Where's Ronnie Coleman? Ronnie, you're the reason. I owe everything to you because you pushed me to do everything on the Olympia stage. You are my idol, Ronnie Coleman, the greatest bodybuilder of all time.
Because our Lifetime Achievement Award recipient this year is going to be Cutler. Cutler won the Arnold Classic 3 times and the Mr. Olympia competition 4 times. And he has continued throughout the years and years and years to promote the sport of bodybuilding. I'm a big, big fan of his. I'm a good friend of his. We love him. Jay, this is the Lifetime Achievement Award. It actually looks a little different because normally it's a huge ball. It's a huge plate, a ball. And I was told backstage that they broke it. So I don't know what that means, but I mean, in any case, so you will get that within the next month. So in the meantime, we're gonna present you with this here, but just remember, it's the Lifetime Achievement Award. We think the world of you. I think the world of you. You have been the most extraordinary. Look at that. You have been an extraordinary competitor, a great Mr. Olympia, Arnold Classic winner. Ladies and gentlemen, Cutler.
Thank you, guys. So I know there's a worldwide audience, and there's many special people that I owe this to, but I want to start first. And Arnold walked off. I had a little story for him. So it was July 3rd, 1991, and Terminator 2 launched in the movie theater. And I had been picking up bodybuilding books and, as, a teenager and looking at the physiques in there and like, wow, how do these guys get like that? And of course, I had known Arnold from the Conan days, and when Terminator 2 launched out, and the original Terminator, I'd watched that. I saw that physique on there, and I'll tell you, I left that theater, and 1 month later, August 3rd, 1991, I joined the gym my 18th birthday. And that was when I actually made the commitment I wanted to fulfill a journey. Okay, where I've mentioned this before. Many kids want to be lawyers, doctors, professional athletes. I wanted to be a bodybuilder. So he was a major inspiration and a stepping point of that. Of course, I looked at Sylvester Stallone, Jean-Claude Van Damme. I grew up, like they mentioned, Sterling, Massachusetts, youngest of 7 kids. No one in my family lifted weights. My sister's here to witness this tonight, who basically raised me alongside of my parents. So, Kelly, thank you for being here. She likes to brag that she changed my diapers. And we had a family business doing concrete. Okay, my 3 brothers worked extremely hard. My dad, when he retired, worked in that business. And they taught me the commitment, the hard work. There was after school vacations, weekends, there was no clock. I had to work, and I had to earn everything that I did, and as a family business. So when I joined the gym, that Gold's Gym in Worcester, Massachusetts, there were a lot of people that, just looked at me as a teenager. Within 6 months, I was one of the biggest kids in the gym. And sooner or later, I met someone who played an important role in my success, Chris Aceto. He lived in Maine, and he's not here tonight, but I really wanted to send a message to Chris Aceto, who wrote out a diet for me. It was 6 meals a day, and he came down and he looked at me and he said, oh, this kid looks okay. And I put it on my refrigerator, and I followed that diet to a T, and 6 months later, he came back and looked at me, and he said, holy shit, this kid's gonna be Mr. Olympia. So I was like floored. Okay, my progress was quick. In 1993, I won the Teenage Nationals. I battled someone many of us recognize, Branch Warren, in that he beat me in the overall. I said, that's the last time that's gonna happen. Which sooner or later, we were 1 and 2 at the Olympia, if you guys recall 2009. I got a chance to go to California. I got to visit Gold's Gym, the mecca of bodybuilding. Anyone knows that's one of the greatest places where the bodybuilders, of course, Schwarzenegger themselves came from. I saw all those walls out there of all the former Olympia champs, and I said, I want to be on that wall. Ed Connors, big shout out to Ed Connors because he allowed me to stay with him and gave me the opportunity like he gave so many other people. Okay, he also got me an introduction to Joe Weider. Now, Joe Weider, you know, bless Joe Weider because he mentored me. He made a promise to me. He said, you're gonna be the best at what you do. And he mentored me on how to push myself and believe in myself and give me the opportunity, gave me a contract with the magazines. And he was someone that really just, it was a huge signature person in my life. And, you know, I wanna always recognize Joe Weider because without him, all of this wouldn't be possible, including Arnold's reign. Where's Ronnie Coleman? He better be here. You saw, yeah, well, that's not Ronnie Coleman. Where is he? Ronnie, you're the reason. You are the reason for my abilities, my greatness. I owe everything to you because you pushed me to do everything on the Olympia stage and beyond. And you are a huge, huge inspiration. You are my idol. I ended up beating you, my idol, but I love you. We spent a lot of great moments, Ronnie Coleman, the greatest bodybuilder of all time. And I love spending time with you. We'd guest pose every week. We ate together, we trained together. You kicked my ass in the gym. I'm gonna admit that. But you've given so much to bodybuilding and you are the greatest. I have to give a special shout out to also Chris Cormier. Chris Cormier, you're another reason because you stood next to me and you gave me motivation. You took the time to spend with me. You battled me on these stages for every one of my victories at the Arnold Classic. Much love to you. Dexter, Phil Heath, man, 7-time Mr. Olympia. You were my best friend. We did it together for a couple of those Olympias. Branch Warren, of course, I mentioned. Victor Martinez, he pushed me in 2007. He thinks he won that show. We'll let him keep thinking that, but the Sandow sits at my house. I know he's in the house, but I love you too, Victor. We can still do a pose down if you want. And once again, guys, there's no ceiling to what we do. There is no limits. I wasn't supposed to be as great as I was, and I persevered through a lot of dedication and commitment. You know, I beat the greatest bodybuilder of all time. I won 3 Arnold Classics in a row. And I appreciate all of you, the judges, all you people that, I know a lot of you judges judged me, the sponsors, all the people that attend this event. I appreciate it so much. I know I spent countless hours this weekend just spending time with people and hearing your stories. And I hope that I can continue to motivate you guys all in all. And I appreciate you guys so much, so thank you.
Ron, anyone have as good arms as you back in the day?
I don't think so.
Remember when we taped our arms?
You had, what, 23?
22 and a half. You were already probably downsized then a little bit.